truthfully, my nephew had the idea to buy a car and we were going to do it up, and then the younger one saw what we were doing and he got quite upset. So the whole point of this farm over here for money was doing so I could buy another overpriced car for my youngest nephew to do up.
Yeah.
Luckily, he's forgotten about it because I only raised like $1 million or so in this run.
Is that what? So
Yeah.
this is just like you're just doing like a delivery mission to just make money online.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is one of those get rich schemes where you give everyone counterfeit money within the world of GTA. Uh, and nobody ever seems to get caught, which is amazing. That's the biggest. You always go to the same houses and drop off the same stuff to the same people. Yeah,
Yeah.
video game logic. Um, yeah, this was off the PS5. I must say, looking at it back, it's looking a lot better than I thought it would look, actually. Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity you can't hear what my Spotify was playing because it's probably playing the most intense, angry music known to man. And then I am just plodding along on a country road. This is the part you don't see, when somebody picks on you in a lobby and they've got like a fighter jet or a tank.
Yeah.
They've done this probably 100 times to get to that point. Yeah.
They don't show
Yeah,
how
and when they pull out the
they
cheetah
earned it.
bikes,
Hello? Who's there? Somebody's there.
it's me, Rob.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. So I might just drop in and chat while you guys are playing.
Oh, what's up? Are we actually we trying out a bit of an experiment chat to try and see if we can't make some content because I've been recording so much stuff on my PlayStation and I don't have a setup at home. So
Oh,
our
nice.
dear friend here has elected himself as tribute. Try and get my life sorted.
Can you see the screen, Rob? Can you see the GTA gameplay?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we're recording this. I'm going to try and make a YouTube video out of this. So we're recording the screen and our
Nice.
voices and everything. So, yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, dude, this is the part you don't see. When people come and pick on you in GTA lobby, this is the part you don't see. All the minutiae and tedium, of driving around in a lorry for like. Hopefully, it won't be more than 10 minutes, but it's possible it could be more than 10 minutes, just because I think I had to do two. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you really pick up speed there, going down the hill.
Oh, I can't help it. That section is such a fun place to drive through, and you can't get to the other side of the map. Besides, you have to go through that way. Actually, I've probably been murdered in cold blood there more times than I can count. I think it's like now a subconscious thing. People will try and ambush you there, although they
Yeah.
changed it. They
There used
changed
to be
it.
a whole barrage of different things. Or whatever. I remember at one stage me and a couple of guys, we'd actually form a little posse or whatever, just like a convoy posse or whatever, because we know we'd always become target or whatever doing missions like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Unfortunately, yeah. Once you've driven a certain distance, they alert everyone on the map. They pretty
Yeah.
much ring a dinner bell, and they're like, "Okay, these guys have money. They trying to just mind their own business and make money. This is your opportunity to be a troll."
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you're talking about the human experiments, this shows that most people will choose violence and not just let these
Oh, yeah.
people alone. Yeah, it's actually good. Yeah, Rob said he's got a bit of experience because he'll tell you, bro. It's
Yeah, I mean, at one stage we basically just got so annoying. We would just always get the I forget what it was called. It was like the special
the
there was
bike.
these special like trucks or whatever we'd always get or whatever. Like we'd hop in. They were like the warthogs in Halo, and it had like we had like a turret on the back or whatever. We'd just be mowing down anyone who just sort of came in our vicinity.
You can now buy a limo like that, but it's like $2 or $3 million.
Yeah.
There's some cool vehicles. We used the presses, those flying bike things with the rockets. We'd
I've
call
seen
those in
those.
if people were giving us stuff
Yeah.
after. Though that you need like $4 million in total. I'm sure at some point I use it just because you can fly over everything. It makes life so much easier.
Yeah, it used to be such a pain in the neck.
Well, now I'm on a private server here. That's also the only reason I was probably playing. It's because I sort of had a little posse, sort of fell out of touch. You needed a crew to play this. Yeah, man. What are you guys playing at the moment? Actually,
I just bought. They re-released the Resident Evil original trilogy on GOG, so I'm sort of playing that at the moment.
I saw that actually.
Yeah, but for some reason you can't download and play 2 and 3 yet. For some reason, so just the 1 doesn't make any sense. Why? But I don't know. Maybe it's just some sort of launch thing. But
Yeah, I bought Resident Evil 1 on Steam back in like 2022 and tried playing it, and it's so like difficult, you know, just the controls, moving your character, it's so stressful. Just fighting one
remake.
zombie is stressful. of one, Resident Evil 1.
First one.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
first
that's
zombie
by design. Yeah.
That first zombie reveal is one of the most iconic moments in video game history, when it turns around at you.
Yeah.
And it's ugly as hell. It's got that white stuff all over its face. And it's like,
it's that cool freeze frame it does at the very end. I always found that always seemed to work with me so much more. Like, compare that to like when I playing the remake. It's like, I don't know, it just looks all pretty or whatever. And it just like it worked better as.
Yeah.
That's when we will allow ugly video game models into our video games and not complain about it. I think that's a safe assumption.
Well, it was I think it was like a pre-rendered type thing.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I think like having that locked off camera means they could make better graphics for the environments, because like you're only ever viewing it from one angle, so it had like the illusion of 3D kind of thing, which really worked in their favor, I think. And that's why Resident Evil 1 is really, really beautiful. It's even though the graphics aren't great, it's still a beautiful game because it's so detailed.
Yeah, because of the pre-rendered graphics. Because it's like, because all the maps are like all pre-rendered, hand drawn or whatever, and the only thing that's actually 3D is your character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to play. It would be nice maybe one day to do a comparison, even though I tried to play Resident Evil 2, the new one, and I don't know, I got to a point where I felt like I was blocked, and it's just because I was a little bit too liberal with my bullets underground with those Dobermans. Those Dobermans scare me. I'm not going to even have you try and act tough. Those things scare the shit out of me. And I'm going to unload a full clip on you. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's the trick of Resident Evil. I mean, it's all about the survival element, where it's like you're picking your fights. That's really the best way to approach it. Like, when the best thing you can do is really run away and avoid fights more than wasting them.
Yeah. You see, this is the part as a fellow Warhammer fan where I'd say, like, the Emperor is always watching and the Emperor protects.
Yeah.
I finished Rogue Trader finally, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Fuck, dude, that was a good experience. That final boss and the final section was a nice little reveal. I thought they forgot one of my favorite factions, and they were there in spades. Let me tell you.
Nice. I still haven't actually finished it yet. I got up to when you fight the first word bearer, and I sort of dropped it a little bit.
Oh, dude, but that for the first 3 rounds of that fight, he is like supercharged though. You like can barely hurt him and stuff, and he wrecks you. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It was a bit of a roadblock. I think I died the first time there too. But later on, but you must see some of the fights. I don't want to ruin it for you, but some of them, there's a bit of word bearer's influence. That's all I'll say. Like, they get to call some of their friends. If you catch my meaning. And yeah, man, it's pretty intense.
Nice.
Yeah, I did it as a commissar, bro, and I made sure he was the fruitiest, most British officer voice pack I could find. It was a good time.
Yeah, I think mine's the exact same, actually.
Oh, if you got an option to make a commissar, if you know anything about the stories, they're like the most fun characters, whether it's serious or just having a laugh. They're the best.
Well, you're playing as a rogue trader by design, so you already are the most fun character in the setting.
True. Pretty much, you can do whatever you want. You're on the same level as an Inquisitor, and I've spoken to Austin at length about that. So, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want, as long as you're not considered a heretic. People will
There's
just
a meme. There's a meme basically of like playing Rogue Trader. It's like from The Office or whatever, and the guy just got a card or what, and he just shows and just says, "This just says I can do whatever I want."
pretty much, yeah. It's like, sorry, do you have a permit, sir? And he's like, yes,
Like,
yes,
yeah,
I
I'm
do.
Rogue Trader. All right.
That's why it's such a lovely choice, because if you want to be a bit of a law hound and like a purist, you can't really fault them too much. Like it all is like it's a labor of love.
Actually, that was the thing that really surprised me about Rogue Trader is it really goes hard on the lore and everything in that one. Like that's
Yeah. It's in terms of the broadest sort of spectrum of law, 100%. It's like everything I wanted to see, or that I was hoping to see at some point, I saw in some capacity. You know what I mean? Throughout that game, it's very good. Although, having said that, I love the ship combat, and I kind of wish I could have bought a new ship. That's one thing where I was a little bit like, maybe I missed it, but I upgraded my ship to a point where I could take on like 10 Drukhari raiders at once. Like it was strong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. But I wanted to upgrade to get, instead of having an 8-kilometer long ship, I wanted a 12-kilometer long ship. You know what I mean?
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue Trader stuff. You know?
In Warhammer, like, you'd measure ships in kilometers. Like, that feels pretty normal in Warhammer.
Sure.
Like, everything's just massive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And there'd be there would be thousands of people just reloading the shells to fire the cannons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the scale and size you're dealing with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gets even crazy when you bring in the Space Hulks. They're even more insane. They're like literally the Space Hulks are basically like ships from all different eras that have like just magically reappeared in space after like being missing for like centuries or whatever, and they're just like merged together with other ships in the warp, and they're just like these big giant dust ball hulks just drifting in space.
I like
and whenever,
to see, the warp is like a giant sentient cat, and that's like when you get spat out of the warp, it's like expelling a furball.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's from, but it's always a bit of a monstrosity and something to be feared. In the moment. But yeah, me and Austin actually were playing a bit of Space Hulk. He was showing me the beauty that is the unity of the Gene Father, the 8-armed god.
Yeah, if you're playing Space Marines, like, your odds of winning are very slim. Like,
yeah,
they win, like, I don't know, like 10% of the time or something.
That goes against all the religious indoctrination I've been enjoying for the last 3 years. That is Warhammer. Especially because you made me watch my beautiful Blood Angels die, you son of a bitch.
yeah. Well, the Deathwing get it pretty bad too, at least from time to time.
True.
No, I say that I've just finished reading a book or whatever with Belial or whatever, and he slaps hard in his Terminator armor.
I had an omnibus that was a Dark Angels and Blood Angels thing, and he's pretty cool, I must say. I like Belial. I like all of their name characters, actually. Asmodai, Belial, and the names, bro. That's like some Crusader, like ancient Christian Crusader stuff. I'm all about that. I dig the names. They got that Middle Eastern flavor.
Yeah, well, they all have like angel names, and they've actually got like this whole system in place where essentially whoever dies with the mantle of, say, Azrael or Belial or whatever, the next person who ascends through the ranks inherits the name.
Oh, okay. It's sort of like the Custodians in a way as well, although they just accumulate like names as they do their great deeds or whatever.
Yeah.
You see, well, there's a point to be made about how our conversation got so easily derailed because of the tedious fucking gameplay. But I think it's still important to all those people that have been abused by other people on GTA Online. This is their punishment. This is the penitence they pay to be powerful. Just so everyone is aware. It's quite a nice sunset, though, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's why all the fun stuff in the game was sticking around.
Yeah, true.
Because that's the thing about GTA Online. It's lots of just like you're driving and then some asshole in a jet snipes you from like 500 meters away up in the sky, like just rockets you and you're dead instantly. Like that's 90% of GTA Online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
pretty
even
much.
better.
I mean, unless you're with someone who knows what they're doing, it definitely is not a great game of it. Red Dead Redemption, I think, was even worse in places.
There was just a bit less to do, although it got a bit better towards the end. I played it, like you could do different, get different businesses and improve them the way you could in GTA. But a lot of, like, the best for me was the bounty hunting and the moonshine business. But the moonshine business, you needed people to help you.
Yeah, that was pretty much all we did half the time. Was just bounty hunting missions here and there. Occasionally we dick around and at some of the western towns, like we went to a Strawberry or whatever, and one of my guys got drunk and we were throwing Molotov cocktails or whatever.
You see, that sounds like a good fun.
Yeah, then he had the nerve to mock me later on in the game where I randomly punched someone and just like, you burned down the entire town of Strawberry and I punched someone and I'm the bad guy in this situation.
It's because you were the moral authority. You were holding it all together. And then you had your moment of weakness. So that's the thing he's holding on to. Because you were probably the whole time, it's like, dude, don't throw the Molotov on me. Like, you can have your fun. Just calm down. You know what I mean? In those situations, there's always the one dude that's still, like, sort of trying to be a relatively normal person in this, like, playground, you know? Yeah, no, but I must say, like, me and my friends are starting to play fucking World of Warcraft Classic Kata. We all started playing. Yeah, man. It's a bit of an ask, but if you guys ever feel the itch, there's going to be a few of us, and we've only all just started last night. So,
yeah, I reckon I could get into
possibly as soon as I get around to. As soon as I get around to finishing others, I still have yet to finish a second campaign in Total War.
Yeah, you see, that's a game I miss, Total War.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic game.
Yeah. I'm playing as the Orcs at the moment or whatever, and they're fairly decent.
Yeah. More fighting, less diplomacy, more fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I say that I'm in this like weird stalemate situation at the moment where I've like got the Dark Elves are controlling one little region or whatever.
Oh.
And they don't want to. I've managed to sort of make peace for them, but they don't really. They just want to sort of remain they're friends, but they won't do anything unless I pay them enough or whatever. Then I've got the dwarves on the top end, and meanwhile I've got to deal with the Skaven or whatever in the back area. And the Dark Elves won't assist me at all or whatever, even though they're good friends with one faction I'm particularly have enemies with at the moment. With the Clan Schreier, they're attacking me from all sides.
That's the thing with the orcs are great on the battlefield, but you're going to struggle to make friends or to get what you want out of diplomacy. It's like their diplomacy is like -1 out of 10. Although Korn probably has you beat. He's -10 out of 10 because you know what he's about. But with the starting positions, I struggled with the orcs, even with that black orc guy who's actually supposedly the best in the battlefield, but like the first one.
Ironhide,
he's really good.
Apparently he's basically got he's got like a special buff that lets like debuffs enemies and hero units and all that.
Terror. So basically, as long as his morale is up, as long as he's fighting, he'll slowly make everyone else's morale dip because he's got terror, which is just a passive that runs. So you need if you're fighting him, you just need to like assassinate him. You need to like send in all your flying units and all your ranged units to just snipe him, because the longer he's awake up, the more of a problem he is. But the best fighting factions tend to be the hardest ones to do any kind of real diplomacy with. It's like even with the Dark Elves, bro, you can never trust them. And I like playing Dark Elves because they're a very good evil faction to play. You play as Malekith. Bro, that guy, he is so strong. He's a beast in terms of elves. He's the one elf I wouldn't want to fight in the fantasy setting. That dude would just take your lunch money. You know what I mean? He's just a bully in the lore and in the game. He's really good. But dude, never Drukhari, never the blood, and never the Dark Elves, never the elves. Actually, in a Warhammer setting, they're gonna look out for number one, and the Drukhari are gonna have fun with you. That's the thing that's scary. The Dark Elves. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
from the stuff I've read.
Yeah. Or even, dude, you get to go to Comarath. Bit of a spoiler, sorry. But you get to go to Comarath. It's quite a big section. It's a massive section. It's like a whole chapter. You end up in Comarath, bro.
Which one's that? Is that the floating ship?
That's the one in the what's it? Not the warp. The other. You know, the elves have their weird webway. It's in the webway.
Oh
It's
yeah.
that dark elf webway city, the really big one. It's where Vect lives. Coversal Vect or whatever his name is.
Oh,
The king of, yeah.
oh, you mean in Rogue Tree? I thought you were talking about bloody Total War from over there.
Oh no, sorry. No. Stay on point here. You see, do you know what? With the GTA recording, I want to just maybe we should do like a what's that movie with where the dude has a Uzi and he has that whole bit in the fast food joint falling down. We should do a whole we should do a whole falling down thing. But
I think I actually did do
Yeah.
something like that when we were messing around one stage in GTA.
yeah, you got to. And then
We randomly, if you leave, I remember there was like one bit where like I robbed the same place or whatever, and the clerk immediately got wise to the situation. He recognized me immediately.
Oh yeah. And then you got like 5 stars, like not even the police. It's like the army's after you. Yeah, when we used to role play, we used to use the pier quite a lot. You know, gonna go down to the pier, gonna collect the vig. You know,
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, but you just you know, you confidently throw out the words and the accent. You just cause havoc. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
What other door?
that was a slight driving error there. To be honest with you, I probably got a text on my phone or something. I normally pride myself on being a good driver in this game. Yeah. Well, there's editing. No, you have to put it in. The people must see.
Yeah, it's definitely staying in.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. That's good. I like this. Don't let me
Anytime
have
someone
any
drives off a cliff, it's got to stay in the vid.
Maybe I'm just ADD.
You gotta do
just getting bored. Oh, there I was just getting impatient. It's like I'm not using the road. This is my kingdom. San Andreas and the greater Liberty City area belongs to me. I learned that from driving in Johannesburg. In my defense, yeah, man, that's hilarious. Maybe I'll get a fun one where I get speedboats next. Let's hope, because that was about as compelling. Like within 30 seconds, we all got distracted, but that's fair enough. I think there was some interesting stuff in there anyway.
Yeah.
You see, it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to get out the car, obviously clip on the wall. It's like you do that 10 times.
Oh.
I think 5 per vehicle. Yeah. Maybe I'll go past my little club.
I think it's just like kind of lazy game design, where it's just like, yeah, let's just have the player just do this incredibly boring, repetitive, slow mission to make money. It's like...
it's just also to pad the time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's also to show you how long it takes to make money, so you'll buy their shark cards. Because that's where they make their money.
Pretty much, yeah.
In my defense, I bought, including the first industrial enterprise pack, which I think is required, honestly. Otherwise, you're just going to be grinding and doing really shit stuff for hours before you get a business. The enterprise pack, and then twice I bought $1 million packs. That's the extent. But I have, even though I promised myself I wouldn't.
Yeah, the missions should be like, start at one end of the map, and you have to get to the other end of the map in like 10 minutes in like a sports car or something. And if you do it, then you make a lot of money, or like a bit of money. That'd be fun, at least. Going full speed.
Yeah, well, that was with all the card jumps, all those little activities you could do with friends.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they've tried to add new businesses. I haven't really had a chance to explore it, but
Yeah.
the one seems like a car heist. So you do have to get a fancy car undamaged ideally to another warehouse, and then you sell it off.
I remember I was really looking
Yeah.
forward to the DLC they brought out where they brought back Gay Tony from GTA from Ballad of Gay Tony or whatever, but
Yeah.
he's just in a cutscene and that was it. I was like, oh man, I was hoping to do
He
more with him.
manages your club. He manages your club when
Yeah.
you have a club in this game. Yeah, we might see Go Tony. He's great. He's such a funny character. Like you drop these really drunk VIPs at home as like a mission for popularity, and right before you drop them off, he'll tell you who they are, and then he's the one. He's like, oh, it's an environmentalist from an environmentalist lobby. He's like, you know how those guys roll. You better get him home without a hair on his head being hurt. You know.
Yeah, I
Although
love.
obviously I can't do that.
Yeah, I love
Sounded
GTA
terrible.
4 and like Gay Tony. Yeah, that whole DLC is definitely like my favorite
Yeah,
one.
that was
I
probably
love
the
that.
best part, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nico Bellic was a great protagonist. I like Nico.
yeah,
He was
he's my
hard not
favorite
to like.
protagonist. Yeah,
I like the silent dude in 3, and then how in GTA San Andreas, I think it is, you come across him and the dude just stands there like a plank, and you just see him running around and driving, but he never says a word.
Yeah, I think his name's Claude from memory.
yeah,
Yes, yeah. It's like the Sam Freeman effect. You know what I mean? It's like the silent protagonist.
Yeah.
That would be unnerving. In real life, there's just one human being that's around and functional that just never says a word. Although I think
Basically me.
not really.
Well,
Okay.
me the other night when I was with Rue at this party she invited me to.
oh, yeah.
It's hard when you
Like,
don't know
yeah.
anyone, though.
Yeah, I was just going. I was like, yeah, I've got no social skills.
Oh, dude, I think it's humans in general these days. I think as much as I love all this digital stuff, it's hurt us in other ways. Oh yeah, I ran out of time. I failed the sale. Dishonor. Oh, well,
So
9 out of 10.
do you still make a bit of money? So it looks like what you made up the top right, you made a bit.
Yeah. No, you'll only lose out on the product you don't sell. So if I was going to sell 200,000, I would have made 180 on that sale because it would have been 10% of the. I think that's how it works. Yeah, you see, that's an oppressor. That thing shoots rockets. It's unfair. If you see one of those
The
coming at
oppressor,
you,
that's it.
you run because that thing will blow you up. And I think it's also, or it will have machine guns, which isn't nearly as much of a threat. And listen to
Oppressor,
how
that was the
sounds.
car we had, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no! This is like a flying bike thing.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oppressor 2. Yeah, no, that thing's. You need the truck trailer for it and stuff. It's like the whole thing. You see, when you record stuff, it doesn't occur to you either. Like, what am I going to do? So I'm like, okay, just make some money. At this point, I've probably forgotten I'm even recording though. Hopefully I'll get to rescue my guys from the cops, like from one of my businesses, because then I'll actually fire a rocket or two off of that thing.
And I forgot how rusty I was playing Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, man.
I know the layout like the back of my hand and everything, and I know most of my puzzles, but most of it's all from the remake, which is slightly different. So I'm just like, oh, I know I'm meant to go to this key down here, it opens this door here, and the snake room is here, then I need to grab the death mask, and I was like, oh no, wait, there's no death mask in this one.
Is the remake easier?
Oh yeah, I found a little anime doll, bro.
Yes and no. I think the remake is well, it's definitely a bit harder in places. I think the biggest challenge, I think, is with things like the Crimson Heads, for example. They're probably the most terrifying part of the game.
I've never really played one, eh? I was a 3. You see, I was like from the action era. That's when my first Resident Evil I played was 3 on PlayStation 1, I think. Or 2, I don't remember.
Have you got out there and fisted the sky yet? Do
Rob, what would be your opinion of a Warhammer Battlefield game? Because me and Daniel talked about this months ago, like a Battlefield game, but just set in the Warhammer 40k universe.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty much what that Eternal Crusade game was back in the
They
day. I
tried
remember
to-
playing that for a little bit, but it just
I never
quietly
touched
died.
it. Yeah. Well, they sort of had a launched version of a very basic launch version of the game, and they just sort of abandoned it, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's all pretty much dead and abandoned now. Which
Yeah.
hopefully the Space Marine 2 at least might reignite interest in that idea.
Oh, if anything, well, it will be that. I saw the way you can customize some of the armor, and if you can make a Flesh Terror, bro, I'm hoping I can make a Sanguinary Guard, although there's no ways I'd ever perform like a Sanguinary Guard, but it's nice to have the power fantasy.
Yeah.
But I'll make a Blood Angel at the very least. I'll have a Blood Angel Flesh Terror as well, just for fun. And obviously you won't have a helmet, because why would you protect your skull, you know? You see, I was looking for like a hidden package here, and I don't think I even found it.
Yeah. I was just thinking, you could even cosplay as a Lamenter or whatever and just have everyone just see how many people can try to kill you. You just be a suicide or whatever. It's just like, oh, he's a Lamenter player. We can't kill him. We feel sad.
You'd be a Space Marine in a bright yellow fucking armor, and it's like, yeah, no shame. The Lamenters have suffered enough, bro. Poor babies, bro. I suppose they chose the right name. They met the brief on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, I was looking for a hidden package, because it's just like 20 grand lying on the floor. But
Oh yeah.
I think I gave up after a bit. Yeah, I definitely forgot I was recording at this point. Check the bushes, like for one more time. No. Yeah, I must play the Resident Evil 3 remake though, and record that, because I played the first one a lot. That was like my game when I was a kid. I love Resident Evil 3, the original one. That bonus game where the survival one was so good.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Well, at least you can get all three of the originals on GOG now.
I'm on PS now though. Again, getting a proper PC is gonna take a lot more work. Okay. Oh man.
Maybe it's like on
Come
the
on,
roof
Daniel.
or something.
I don't even think. No, I don't even look. I gave up on this one. I remember I did, because I think I leave soon. I remember this
Yeah.
because this was the last time I played GTA. Actually,
Oh yeah.
I didn't even show. You see, like I should be recording my cars and my businesses and stuff, and instead I'm just like running out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you see, it's got a bit of a booster, that like little extra rocket. It's awesome.
Yeah.
This is my weapons. This is where I manufacture my weapons. Oh, sorry, sporting equipment. This is not. I am not a arms dealer. I am not an arms dealer. Like to repeat. So that truck is excess product that needs to be delivered. Salvage yard. That's a new business, but this is the weapons bunker. You want to get as soon as possible after you get your biker club. This could be a bit more compelling, I think.
So you got 15 minutes to travel to one location. It must be like pretty far away.
It's not far. Not really.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably get there. I'm not sure. One is very close, one of the locations, which is unlikely. It was honestly like 90 seconds, and then another one's about 5 minutes away, and then the other's a little bit more than that. So I'm not quite as far away as I can be from the city, but I'm a bit on the outskirts of the city. Like, this is where a lot of my businesses are, in this sort of area. Because, well, yeah, ideally you get a biker business first. You get cocaine, because it's the best earner, and then you get meth, and if you want counterfeit, which I have, within the biker business, and you get them all near there, and then later on, when you can, you get the weapons bunker. This is just a small part of the business where you earn a bit of extra cash by generating these crates by researching. So you research like weapon skin, like vehicle skins, mods on guns. Like I've got Mark II variations of some of the guns that I have in this game. It's definitely worth doing. Yeah, and then this will give me like 50k, I think, or 40k just by delivering it. So I don't know. I just always moving, making money when I'm idly playing, unless I'm just messing around with people. And then even as well, sporadically, you'll get emailed and you'll get sent on treasure hunts if you want to, you know. Some of the AI is great.
Oh yeah.
When you're on foot is the best. Yeah, you see, that was only a few minutes away. That was just nearly 3 minutes. I think I'll get it in under 3. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see where Dan's going. My club, maybe? Or my agency? My club. Okay, we're going to the club.
So this is just a private game, so there's no other players on?
Yeah. You used to not have this functionality. Well, you used to have this functionality, but you wouldn't be able to complete sales.
You had a mode called, you could go in incognito or whatever. It would basically make you invisible, essentially, to other players from memory.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's a service you use on your phone. You can do that, yeah. There's a guy you phone, but you don't have to join a public server with GTA Online because it would limit some of the things in the game, and one of them was completing sales and doing certain quests, like things that you would need for your businesses.
Yeah.
Certain missions. I turned off the music just because I really just don't like it. So it might be quite strange. You're going to see, or I could have even been listening to music on my Spotify. So it might look strange. People are going to be having a dance in silence.
It's like one of those silent raves where everyone's wearing headphones and like you can't hear what they're dancing to, and they look really weird.
Yeah. So that generates passive.
Oh yeah. Cool.
But you have to keep your club popularity up. You see, I've gotten to a point where I pretty much can just run around and make money if I want to, you know.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately that's the ideal. That's the whole point of the game, really. Oh, so now I'm going to take some dude home. So you can't actually drive too fast because you'll spook him.
I always hate that. It's like we're playing GTA, but you're not allowed to drive fast. It's like, great, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun mechanic.
It's like you're not allowed to have fun. This is your business. You're not allowed to have fun, even though the guy's drunk. You can hear him snoring in the back. Although I'm going a little bit more aggressive than I should. It's probably like, oh, this again. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I can hear I'm braking a lot more though. Oh yeah, I'm going slow. That car is fast as well. It's nice. It's not the fastest I have, but it's fun to drive. You can go pretty intense with the way you can do up cars in this game. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
I haven't spooked him at all though. Joburg! Lol. That's how you drive. It's normal. It's the typical drive to the office, you know.
I find it weird how in this game they just reused the interior model of GTA 4's hospital for this hospital in this game. It's like they just copied the asset. Found that kind of weird.
Honestly, GTA is kind of brilliant in that they built all these assets for a world, and I think what they do is they make it better, existing stuff. So they built everything. It's just like slowly improving stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I going now? I'm going to try and do this safe house. Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay, we're going to actually do some shooting. The finale goes in with the shoddy. What was I feeling? The auto shoddy. Yeah, buddy. The heavy shotgun. Oh yeah, bulletproof vest. Ammo. Okay.
The birds. I remember this area.
Where you gonna go? You got nowhere to go. Somebody's hit. Ayuda. Got a man down. Perez just took a bala.
And now I'll probably have to look at this like 3 times because I'm a dumbass. Yeah. It goes straight back. Nonchalantly looks at the code. Actually, obviously looks at the code because you're not feeling anyone, you're blind. No, goes back. Already forgotten the code. We're going to start. Probably 77 for sure. 77. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nice.
There's a bike mission where you get in a trailer park and you have to open one of those in the middle, and it's completely in the open, bro, and you just keep getting shot to pieces. You see, that's why parking is so important. It's like, oh, what gunfight where? Right. Hopefully I'll get to go to my agency. That will be cool. Oh yeah, nice. I think that's exactly where I'm going. Oh, it's in that building. Yeah, it looks like I'm going in. Nice. So with this building, you also do a couple. There's a mission series where you do stuff with Dr. Dre, and you actually, by the end of it, you'll make $1 million. But it's a fair amount of time investment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you eat to heal. Then just restock, you know. That's my partner's office, and that one. It's my office. Another safe. This also generates money passively, but you need to do a fair amount of work to really get the best benefit out of it. I think mine makes $7,500 a day. It starts off at like 500. It's nice. You've got your own little armory in here as well. So you don't have to go to a gun store because obviously you'll get a better discount. Because, I mean...
Yeah.
Own all the melee weapons. Obviously. It makes no sense. Obviously, your guns over melee. It's just... Yeah, I like some of the decor.
Yeah, it's
You
cool,
don't get to choose
cool
every
building.
piece. So, I like those paintings with like the targets. I love that, bro. I don't know why I love that though. Maybe I'll go past my. I have an arcade as well. Sick. Okay, this will be nice to talk about. I love this thing. I ignore him whenever he calls me on this game. That guy, very annoying.
Yeah, I always ignored all the messages and calls you get. I'd always just hang them up.
I'll admit that I tried to romance in San Andreas and in GTA 4. Those romance games were cute. Nothing, you don't actually explicit happens. It's just,
Well, unless you have the hot coffee mod.
oh yeah. But I mostly played on PS. Or most of the GTAs actually, I played more on PS than anything else. One of my cars is in there. Yeah, my muscle car.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
It's hard to keep on the road, but it's also a beast. It's a bit of a battering ram. I think I made it bulletproof. Maybe we'll go to the chop shop. I went right past my little setup, but you can run and check all your businesses. I'm just getting money out of the safe first. In that outside area where the arcade games are, you can pick each of the arcade games you have in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's quite expensive, but I love it. I didn't care. I just dumped a whole bunch of money into it. You can choose like the stuff on the murals on the wall, the carpets, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can just choose different variations, but like it's still pretty cool. You can change the way a place looks. I went for like a high fantasy because I was a kid of the 80s and 90s, and He-Man, the Chippendale with the big two-handed sword that everyone seemed to love, and everyone conveniently skirts over the fact. But yeah, literally just went there to collect the cash out of the safe. That's weird. I didn't even check my businesses. Probably because I'd done all the sales. Chop chop, chop chop. My mechanic, yeah, nice. My garage, nice. Okay. I'll probably, because you also randomly clients will drop off cars for you to do up, but they'll have strict things on what they want done. And the trick is to deliver it without damaging the vehicle. You can get staff to do it for you, but they always damage the vehicle. It's better to just drive it there yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can have a friend drive the other car for you as well. Yeah, do that one. Looks like a Supra. Graphite, it'll be grey. Yeah. Street transmission too. It's like, at this point, it doesn't cost you money. So you're like, oh, why don't you put on the turbo? But you want to follow the brief because that's how you make the best money out of it. Okay, and you also you get a type of experience, and it's sort of like I don't know, it's like street cred experience, and with that you can unlock more things for your car. So I think level 50 you get like a chrome paint for anywhere in the car. By then you'll have chrome that you can put on any piece of the vehicle, including over the lights and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm normally quite good at delivering these. Hopefully I don't scratch it.
Looks fast. That looks really fun to drive. Takes off quick.
Nice
handling.
This is probably yeah, man. Because you also get an idea of how each different car handles, even though you're not going to get it souped up like this. If you're in a bind, you'll know something that might not look that good was actually not bad, If I see one of these things out in the wild, I'd probably use it, if I needed it.
Yeah, like this is the speed you should be doing for delivery missions, instead of driving a truck.
Agreed.
It's so much better if you're driving one of these.
I'll try and record it. Well, if I do GTA again, I'll record more of this stuff, for sure.
Yeah, well, it's more of a critique of the game rather than you. Like, I don't mean you. I just mean the game devs. They should make this what you do, not driving a truck.
At least there is the possibility to do it, but and that's where it ends. Oh my goodness. Although I pretty much had it delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just missed the part where he's like, oh, he comes out all happy. So I don't think I hit anything. Comes out all happy and he's like, oh, and then you get the XP and the money and